Hello and welcome to Horse Sense, all the racing action and updates from Singapore and around the world. On this episode of Horse Sense, all the action from the Singapore Turf Club with the Guineas and the Saas Fee Stakes. Thrilling finishes and credible performances. The third and final leg of the 3-year-old series was the Group 1 Guineas. The stake of $500,000 and the Group 1 status is the most sought-after prize amongst the 3-year-old division. The leading contender was Count of Monte Cristo, who had won the opening leg, the sprint, as well as the second leg. The Classic was looking to write his name into the record books as the outright winner of the 3-year-old Triple Crown. His main dangers were Jupiter Gold, who would relish getting to the 1,600-metre trip of the Guineas and whose main target all year had been this race. Other interesting runners were the CT Quad trained Forever Young, who had just run fourth in the Lion City Cup Group 1. Let's join the action for the third and the final leg of the 3-year-old series.
$150,000 bonus if he wins today, and they're all set. The $500,000 Singapore Guineas of 217, Group 1, the 3-year-old stand. A mile ahead of them. This is the Guineas. Starter looks over the field. Ready. And they're off in the Guineas, and McInerney slowly away is back towards the end of the field, and Forever Young, one of the best away. Count of Monte Cristo and I've Got a Feeling begin well. Then Could Be Pearls, who's just drifting back. McInerney moves up now fourth on the rails from Dimos. Could Be Pearls goes back one off the fence in the pink cap, back about sixth. Jupiter Gold relatively handy, marginally worse than centre field. Sir Isaac is over on the fence, about 2 lengths away. Leon and Mr. Exchequer back in last as they head down towards the 1,100 metres, and it's Forever Young who leads the field here, bowling along 25.20, so there's no real electric tempo, and it's Forever Young who leads out by about 1.5 lengths. In second, I've Got a Feeling. Then came McInerney third, Count of Monte Cristo the outside. He's fourth in a pretty handy position, 2 lengths away then to Dimos. Then Sir Isaac. Jupiter Gold getting going a fair way from home with 800 metres to go in the Guineas. Could Be Pearls alongside him, and Leon and Mr. Exchequer the last two as Forever Young takes the field up towards the turn. About 600 metres left to go in the Guineas. He leads out by length from I've Got a Feeling. Count of Monte Cristo, he looks to be travelling pretty well in the purple. McInerney next on the inside from Sir Isaac. Dimos, then Jupiter Gold. He's about 3 lengths behind Count of Monte Cristo, and he's the deepest runner, starting to sprint on. Forever Young in the home straight in the Singapore Guineas with a bit of a kick from I've Got a Feeling. Count of Monte Cristo a little bit flat, he needs to pick up. Jupiter Gold's coming home well. It's Forever Young who's giving a monstrous sight here. Count of Monte Cristo, Jupiter Gold still closing in. Forever Young, 100 metres to go. Jupiter Gold and Count of Monte Cristo are coming at him. It's Forever Young just in front for Woodworth all the way in the Guineas. It's Forever Young. Forever Young first by a length from Jupiter Gold, second, and third goes to Count of Monte Cristo. And behind those then McInerney being followed by Could Be Pearls. Further back in the field then we had I've Got a Feeling being followed by Sir Isaac, Mr. Exchequer, Leon, and Dimos has finished back towards the tail.
These horses have a heart of a lion, no harm to give a try. And I'm happy for the owner from Hong Kong. They are coming down. I think Benny rode very well, rode very, very good race. He sent the horse forward, let them catch him.
Terrific effort, knowing that the first 3 horses was very strong. It was the trainer's instruction to take the horse to the front and lead. And I followed the instruction, and I just sat on him as long as possible, and I didn't want to hit him back on his backside, because he can switch his tail. So I slapped him on the shoulders and encouraged him, and then he just went well.
Forever Young was wonderfully handled by jockey Benny Woodworth in a masterful front-running display. The talented Woodworth, who so often does not get the chances he deserves, showed he can get the best result when given the right opportunity. The winner is an American-bred son of Runaway and Hyde, who took his career record to 3 wins from 6 runs and over $368,000 in earnings. It was a breakthrough Group 1 win for young Singaporean trainer CT Quad. This was only his 19th winner as a licensed trainer, and he showed he has a very bright future indeed as a trainer. The minor placings were filled by Jupiter Gold, who finished second, and Count of Monte Cristo in third, who was not disgraced. From all of us at Horse Sense, we congratulate the connections of Forever Young.
time for the Group 1 Singapore Guineas worth $500,000 taken out by Forever Young. A stunning performance, and it's now time. It gives me a great pleasure to invite on stage from the Singapore Turf Club committee member Mr. Fong Heng Bu, along with honorary stewards Mr. Jeffrey Chan and Mr. Lee Chow Sun. I'd now like to invite Mr. Fong Heng Bu to present the prizes for the Singapore Guineas to the winning owner of Forever Young, Mr. Wong Chi Tan. Comes forward now to collect the splendid trophy for the Singapore Guineas taken out by his pride and joy, Forever Young. The winning trainer of Forever Young is CT Kwa. CT coming forward now, horse that race in the Lion City Cup last start, and it comes out with the instructions of CT today to go to the front and stay there all of the way. The winning jockey with Forever Young, Benny Woodworth. And Benny did uphold those instructions right to a T to get Forever Young home in our feature this afternoon. That's the presentation concluded. Please congratulate all of our winners and please join us for a group photograph after Forever Young's victory in the Singapore Guineas.
The supporting act on Guineas Day was the Group 3 Saas Fee Stakes. When declarations came out, many pundits were in agreement that it was a Group 3 field that could easily be mistaken for a Group 1 race. Champion horse War Affair was back after 2 surgeries and multiple issues, and just to see him back on track, reunited with old sparring partner Danny Beasley, was a feat in itself. Desta Gold Cup winner and champion steer of 2016 Bahana was having his second run of 2017. Storm Troops, who was a gallant third in the recent Lion City Cup, was in the field for trainer Ricardo Lagrange and warranted respect as well. Other contenders included the Cliff Brown trained and Ladurich ridden Poseidon, who was one of the leading chances according to many experts. All in all, we were in for a thrilling contest. Let's see what transpired in the race.
Magnum seemingly has got the green light to go forward. War Affair at 16. Laser Storm wears very similar colours, but War Affair with a big orange star on his cap. Now, is everything all right? Hip Hip Hooray about to go in, and we're just about right to run for the Saas Fee, and what a field it is. War Affair at 15. Great to have the champ back. Field set. And in the Group 3 Saas Fee, they're away and racing, and War Affair one of the first to bounce here. And Hip Hip Hooray's got good pace, Best in Line, and also Daniel away well, Poseidon, Twickenham, Mr. Fantastic and Wonderful all going forward as Hip Hip Hooray led the field inside 1,200 metres to go. Leads out from Wonderful, Mr. Fantastic back in third. Now back in the field, Best in Line got a little bit of a check. Moving up into fourth there, Poseidon from Storm Troops. Then we've got further back behind those, Laser Storm out wide. Twickenham next on the inside from Magnum centre field, a length and a half away Daniel. Then Darcy Charmer out wide from Best of the Line, 2 lengths Nova Strike. War Affair, he's gone back to second last, or third last in fact, 2.5 lengths away Bahana, and also Well Done, so down towards the turn, and it's Wonderful Facality on the point of the bend, and the Saas Fee leads out by a length from Mr. Fantastic, and further back Hip Hip Hooray. Then came Poseidon, Laser Storm out wide, Twickenham further back, Daniel on the rails from Magnum, Storm Troops down the middle, War Affair between runners is starting to wind up, and further back then Magnum starting to come through stylishly with a white cap. Hip Hip Hooray, the bolter led, 300 metres to go, but they're coming from all quarters. War Affair starting to come through. Magnum, Storm Troops down the outside. He's winding up, 200 metres to go, and Hip Hip Hooray swallowed up by Storm Troops. The old boy, War Affair's coming through powerfully in the middle with a 58. He's surging. He's chasing Glory, Storm Troops, and War Affair and Hip Hip Hooray. Photo finish. Oh, it's awfully close. War Affair or Storm Troops, I think they're the main two, and Hip Hip Hooray right there on the rails in a marvellous finish to the Saas Fee. Close up, we've got Daniel, Twickenham, and also further back then Poseidon, Magnum there with Well Done, Bahana, Nova Strike, Best of the Line, and then came Wonderful, Darcy Charmer, and Laser Storm finished a long way back with Mr. Fantastic. What a finish it is. Has the champ been able to do it? 200 metres to go, and Hip Hip Hooray Hippiparade swallowed up by Storm Troops. The old boy, War Affairs coming through powerfully in the middle with a 58. He's surging, he's chasing Glory, Storm Troops, and War Affair and Hippiparade. Photo finish. Oh, it's awfully close. War Affair or Storm Troops, I think they're the main two. And in the Group 3, Saas Fee, they're away and racing, and War Affair, one of the first to bounce here. And Hippiparad's got good pace, best in line, and also Daniel away well, Poseidon, Twickenham, Mr. Fantastic and Wonderful all going forward as Hippiparade led the field inside 1,200 metres to go. By a length from Mr. Fantastic and further back Hippiparade. Then came Poseidon, Laser Storm out wide. Twickenham further back, Daniel on the rails from Magnum, Storm Troops down the middle. War Affair between runners is starting to wind up, and further back then Magnum starting to come through stylishly with a white cap. Hippiparade, the bolter led, 300 metres to go, but they're coming from all quarters. War Affair starting to come through. Magnum, Storm Troops down the outside. He's winding up, 200 metres to go, and Hippiparade swallowed up by Storm Troops. The old boy, War Affairs coming through powerfully in the middle with a 58. He's surging, he's chasing Glory, Storm Troops, and War Affair and Hippiparade. Photo finish. Oh, it's awfully close. War Affair or Storm Troops, I think they're the main two, and Hippiparade right there on the rails.
You know what, to share the spoils with a horse like War Affair is just no disgrace. Two great horses, both horses with a lot of problems that have come back. This race is very special to me, obviously, because Patrick and Wendy are here to share this moment with me. To this horse who's really a special horse in our yard. To Fred, who's stayed, true to us to keep this horse with us because he's really had a lot of problems. And to Nooresh, that was a great ride, but just a great race, and just great to share it with everybody.
To be honest, I didn't really see who got there or not, because I just put my head down and pushed my horse to the line. Eventually after the line, when I saw the two horses, I said, oh, I might just got caught up, but when the photo finish was coming and I saw it was on War Affair, and I was like, oh, I just got beat on the line. But when the camera come on me, I thought probably I got up. But thank God it was a dead hit. I'm happy for Mr. Marsh also. And to Mr. Shaw again, he's been here. It's nice to give him back a winner. And to Ricardo, he's took over the yard nicely and he's been going nice, and he have another future win. So very well done to the whole team, and to Jackie and to the horse. It's not the soundest of horse. We have to really look after him for every race. And today he just put his heart out, and I'm just be glad to be sitting on a horse like this. Very honest, and I thought today with a little bit soft going would suit him. And yeah, I'm just taking the opportunity. I would like to thank Mr. Krabia for his horse, and for him to also have a winner.
We thought we'd be running third or fourth. I don't know what happened early, but it was a sensational finish because to come from that way, the way the track's raced today was incredible.
I just was happy there, he wanted to be there today, so that's where he was, no good riding him out of their comfort zone. Especially first up, he's quite amazing, this horse, he's been through a lot since his last run, and probably only people close to him know the extent. So when he hit the line, win, lose or draw, we've got a bit caught up because I just thought, bloody hell, what a gutsy run, geez, that was as good as he's ever gone. And I didn't sort of care if he had won or run second, because geez, I was so proud of him, and he's got a dead heat, so bloody good on him. He showed signs today. He hit the wall about 50 out, but it wasn't like last time. Last time he'd only let go for 100 yards and then he'd float. Today he was driving, and then 50 yards out he hit the wall like a fitness blow, and then he threw himself at those other two horses the last bit. He probably got a head or neck in front, and then he was gone, and he just pulled himself up off the canvas like champion too. So yeah, it's pretty special today.
What a thrilling finish to the Saas Fee Stakes. War Affair again showed why he is such a champion after overcoming so many obstacles in the lead up to this race. We must commend his trainer Bruce Marsh on a fine training feat, and he was well handled by jockey Danny Beasley, who knows him all too well. Storm Troops secured a well-deserved victory and provided another young, up-and-coming trainer in Ricardo Lagrange with another feature winner in his relatively short training career. He was partnered by Mauritian ace jockey Nooresh Juglall, who has caught the attention of many with his riding talent. We must also commend Hip Hip Hooray, trained by Michael Clements. He was gallant in defeat and only lost by the shortest of margins in the final stages of the race. It was a fantastic and thrilling race and will most definitely go down as one of the finishes of the year.
I'd now like to invite Mr. Shabir Hassanbai to present the prizes for the Saas Fee Stakes, and we're going to do this owners first. So the owner of Storm Troops, Wendy, to come forward. Coming forward now to collect the owner's prize, and also for War Affair, Madam Pam Siu Chow to come forward to accept the trophies with War Affair. Terrific finish to the Saas Fee Stakes. It now gives me a great pleasure to invite on stage the successful trainer of Storm Troops, Ricardo Lagrange. Pat Shaw is in fact coming forward to accept the honours. The winning trainer to now come forward for War Affair, Mr. Bruce Marsh. Great to see War Affair back at the races today. Came from a long way back. Now the successful jockey coming forward for Storm Troops, Nooresh Juglall. And also the successful jockey to come forward for War Affair, Danny Beasley. Danny coming to accept the trophy for the jockey as War Affair. Now, congratulations to all of the winners. A terrific contest, a terrific finish to the Group 3 Saas Fee Stakes. Please join us for a group photograph.
And that's all we have time for on this episode of Horse Sense. We'll be back soon with more racing and more updates. And until we see you, goodbye and may the horse be with you.